What an odd question you're asking me. I mean, maybe some personal space? No? But fine, I'll entertain the thought. Actually, I did read an article recently in the Financial Times that talks about this exact topic. A topic I basically never considered until today, probably because I don't plan on having kids for at least a couple more years, assuming the U.S. economy doesn't collapse in that time frame. Anyways, apparently a bunch of these Silicon Valley billionaires, amongst others, but they're the ones getting named the most, and I guess Trump as well, have been investing in these new consumer-focused eugenics companies. Okay, so from everything I can gather, there are like two sides of this. There are the legitimate companies that just get the DNA of the parent or parents to see what risks they might have when it comes to passing on to their future kids. Like, are you more prone to heart disease or something? This is pretty aligned with companies like 23andMe. I've used Ancestry.com or whatever it's called. That might be a little bit different, but it's just like, you know, if you're already comfortable with the sending your saliva to a to a company, a lot of these startups are similar in vein, just more focused on doing a more thorough analysis. Apparently they use like 99% of the DNA strand versus 23andMe uses 0.1% or whatever they claim. And obviously the 23andMe doesn't take the whole design your perfect baby angle. This is this is a little more unique. And looking at these companies, it's not a bad price, honestly. I mean, one kit is $500. Two kits is $948. Definitely very expensive. But I guess if you're having a kid and you want to be fully prepared, it might save you a lot of hardship in the future. So not terrible. Right. Okay. The whole reason this even matters for future children is so you can plan accordingly for their specific needs. Like maybe you should have them on a specific diet throughout their life to give them the best chance at a good health based on their conditions, stuff like that. What do I think of this? I guess it's fine. I think a lot of people struggle with even the idea of finding out if they're prone to something like dementia. I correlate it. It's like the same feeling, you know, as like, would you want to know when you die? I assume most people would rather not know because life is going to happen either way. And like, you know, life is, it's supposed to be kind of crazy, but some people definitely would want to know so they can better plan for an unpredictable future, not only for yourself, but help better plan for the people around you. So I think I might want to know, but that's something I'd have to think way more deeply about. I feel like I might do one of these tests. Like the test doesn't seem too crazy to me. Just kind of plan for that better in the future. And again, I've already given my DNA to one company, so might as well do it again. But I'm still young, and based on my family history, I already know somewhat what to look out for. But I guess this could still be helpful for planning for old age. Okay, so there's that side. But then apparently there's also the side of actually genetically modifying the embryo that prevent those diseases entirely. Something Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, and his husband are apparently trying to accomplish like right now. Or I saw, it just came up probably after I saw the Financial Times article, but something from The Independent from like 2 days ago saying that, well, I'll just give you the title. Sam Altman and husband reportedly working on genetically engineer babies for having hereditary disease. So yeah, there's that. This is where I think I put my foot down a little bit, but there is a debate to be had because like, again, there's so many things like this with these billionaires, you know, like there is a noble idea of preventing future kids from being born with a serious heart condition. That makes sense on paper. And on paper, it sounds like something someone should work towards if you have all this money, like help people be less sick for the future. But a similar thing to AI, it feels like the sort of thing that ultimately was going to be used for bad, or at the very least not used by good people. Like look at what happened with China and the one-child policy. Once you start letting people choose what is right and wrong to having a child, I feel like we're losing the very essence of like humanity. Like people, this just can go so wrong on so many levels. So maybe these companies will just purely be with the billionaires that already do bad things. So like whatever. But if this starts to be like used nationwide, worldwide, I can't imagine like the consequences of this kind of technology. Like I'm not even a religious person, but it feels like we're all created in a specific way, you know, down to our DNA, and being able to edit that I don't know, it just feels kind of wrong, does it not? And like most countries even agree with that, since this kind of science is illegal in most places, most countries like the US and UK, but other countries as well. Though that is isn't the case in the United Arab Emirates, because they're so that's where they're trying to conduct the tests, these like genetically modified baby tests. And yeah, so God, we're kind of going down a scary path, aren't we? I mean, all of human history is just kind of pain and suffering sprinkled throughout. You know, this is good moments and bad moments, but I think probably overall bad, except for the lucky few who get so wealthy they don't have to worry about anything but death and making the perfect baby, apparently. But there just seems to be no accountability anymore. No like regulations, law is legal, or crimes are legal, as CoffeeZilla would say. No, I don't think you should genetically modify your baby. I don't think this is the next stage of our evolution. I think you're scared of anything you can't control, and when you have an unlimited amount of money, I guess you might as well try to fix it, but just never be scared again. I don't know. Life goes on. And I'll hopefully this the Financial Times keeps reporting on this, because this is interesting, scary technology.